good morning. It's another channel. It's another channel. It's another video. Oh, blimey, now, you know, I don't get colds or anything like that, but this cold cough thing is really doing my brain. Oh, you could have indicated, but no. Another video for you. Okay, let's go through the whole rigmarole and start from the beginning. A few years ago, I watched a clip on YouTube from Malcolm in the Middle, and it's where Hal gets up, he switches on a light, it doesn't work, so he goes to the drawer to get a light bulb, it squeaks, so he goes to the garage to pick up some WD-40, and it's empty, so he has to go to the shop. So he grabs his car keys, gets in the car won't start. His wife walks in, she says, "How will you change the light bulb?" And he's underneath the car with the engine out, and he says, "What do you think I'm doing?" And the thing is, that's life, isn't it? One job leads to another. So I've got to sort the loft out, and that's why we procrastinate, because I know what's involved in sorting the loft out. Anyway, so I started watching Malcolm in the Middle, and it's actually quite funny. It's like Stranger Things, and you think, "Oh, I'm not watching that, it's for kids," but it ain't. There's so much in Malcolm in the Middle that's not for kids. Anywho, so I just watched Hal's grieving, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. That's the crux of this conversation. Grieving. Will I be remembered when I die? And the thing is, it's like, you know, he's trying to do all this stuff to make his kids remember him, because, well, his dad wasn't like that. And I was thinking, like, you know, I'm trying to improve myself with Sam, because I can be quite selfish, and, you know, I can't help it. It's because I've always been on my own. It's always because I've always been alone. Even though I've been with Sam for more than half of my life, it's ingrained in me from my very early years, and that's just how I am. Anyway, so I'm trying not to be as selfish as sometimes I come across. And the thing is, it's like, you know, I was thinking, is anybody really, apart from Sam, is anybody really going to miss me when I'm gone? And I thought, the thing is, I was looking at what Hal was doing. He's going to his neighbours and stuff like that. On one of these episodes, I don't know what episode. No, Mono was the episode before, because I watched about 3 or 4 episodes. And he was at his neighbour's house having a ball, having a party and all this lot, because like his wife was ill, so she was out of the picture. As soon as he realised why they invited him, he turned it all down. And the thing is, it's like, I could try and be a bit more sort of sociable. It's like, you know, for what reason? For what reason? The people who I want to miss me, I don't like. That's the thing. I don't like people. It's, you know, if you're a friend of mine and you're highly honoured, because I do not like people. I really don't. I mean, I sat there, and the reason I'm doing this is because I sat there last night, I've got the camera watching the car, and you know, Mouldy Lock's pulled up, she's took space for 2 people. So, you know, you've got people like that, and I'm thinking, why park like that? There's a gap between me and her that could almost get a car in there, but you'd have to be a small car, really squeeze in. And then the gap in front of her, again, you know, you could get another car in there, but it's just not quite big enough. So she's basically took up room for almost 3 cars. If she'd have just squashed up to me, then you could definitely get another car in front of her. But no, she's took up the room for 2 cars, 3 cars, 3 small cars, or two normal sized cars. Anyway, and I'm looking as well, I think it's on the floor. So I looked at the camera this morning to see if it was her, because I'm thinking, what is that? Somebody's just literally parked up and just put rubbish on the floor. And what it was my other neighbour. He goes to his car, and we're just literally a stone's throw from the bins. He's just put 2 cans on the path out of his car. And I was just thinking, what? This is the reason why I don't like people. Somebody says, "Oh, you're just touchy, oversensitive." Fine. But it's like, why are people? I don't get it. I don't understand why people can be like that. And the thing is, it's not just council places, it's worse in council places, because they don't pay for anything, they don't own anything, so they think, well, why should I bother? and they live in shitholes because, well, it's not my place. But you're living there. You're living in filth. I mean, every single council flat I've rented, I've tried to do the best I can for it, even though I never really had any money. This is the first time we had a bit of money. I've always tried to do the best I can. But yet, the wallpaper's tearing, so I've got to do something with it. I managed to get a few bits of paint, and I couldn't afford to paint a whole room because I couldn't afford the cans of paint, so I did sort of like the graffiti art. But at least it was clean, all right, it wasn't to everybody's taste, but at least it was clean. That was my bedroom. I managed to have a little, in the old days when you had a council place, they'd actually give you a grant to tidy the place up. They don't do that anymore. So you'd have this grant to do the place up, and it wasn't a lot of money. So I managed to have enough money to just paint the bathroom, because the bathroom was in a real bad state, and the bits of paint I had left over, I did some graffiti art. But people just don't do that anymore. And I don't understand why you would live like that. You're living in filth purely. I don't know. I can't get the mentality. But then, you look at the communal area. Well, it's not my mess. Or was it Equalizer with Denzel Washington? I think it was him. I'm not 100% sure. He was talking to a lad, and the lad says, "Look at that, it looks a mess." And he says, "Yeah, but it's not my problem." And Denzel, I'm sure it was that, says, "Well, that's what everybody says, it's not their problem, but it is. You're living in here, you're having to put up with it. It is your problem." And that's the problem. It's like, the bin area is always covered in crap because people just throw their rubbish on the floor, and everybody has the same attitude. I don't. I will pick it up. I will put it in the bin. And I will tidy up because what is it? Hands that do are more godlier than minds that think, or something like that. It's basically those who actually do are better than those who pray. Oh, I pray to God, but you don't do anything about the stuff around you. Well, people complain about it, but they're not doing anything about it. But I will. I mean, it's like these cans, I'll pick them up because I can't be doing with it. I actually feel like putting them outside his front door. But they won't get it. They'll just think, well, why is this here? And then they'll have a go at me, or they'll have a go thinking, well, why somebody put these here? Because you've put them outside. They're your rubbish. But they won't get it, and that's the problem. I don't know why, but people don't get it. And that's why I'm never going to be remembered, because people hate me, because, well, I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't sit there and quietly talk behind somebody's back and say, well, why have you put all that shit down there? Why don't you clean up after yourself? Why do you have to slam your door at night time? I can't do that. I have to say something. I have to say it to their face. And the crazy thing is, everybody says the same thing, but they never say it to the person that needs to be told. And yet, I'm the bad guy. And that's it. It's like, am I going to be remembered by people? Well, no, I'm only going to be remembered as always that moaning old git. Moaned at me because I threw me rubbish on the floor because I couldn't be asked to clean it up because I'm an idle bastard. I'm a doll-dossing git who does nothing all day but cause a mess. And then, do I really want to be remembered in a good way by these people? Do I really care? No, I don't. I don't care. You'll see in a sec. Behind the red car, in front of the blue car, if that blue car had pulled up to the red car, you could get at least 2 cars where I'm about to park. You can't get one in front and you can't get one at the back. The blue car that's on the left, on the right, sorry, was parked there, but they really struggled to get out, and I think they couldn't be bothered to get back in again. As long as people can open the boots and open the doors and get out, then you park as close as you can to make room for everybody else. So you can't get a car in front there. If she'd have parked forwards a bit more, you could get a car in front of me. But now they're going to park on the road. So there's my moan, over and done with. Am I going to be remembered? Do I care? Not really. Silly video.